Hello and welcome to Toad Rolls Dice, where we're going to take a look at a couple of 40k data sheets for both teams in Kill Team Blood and Zeal. So we have the Sanctifiers and the Goremongers. We'll do the Sanctifiers first. They also have two data sheets because this isn't going to get confusing at all. And then the Goremongers will finish off because they're the ones I'm excited about. So how about we just jump into this? These rules are available to download for free on the WarCom downloads bit. I'll put a link to that section in the description of this video. They should be on the recently uploaded section. If not, just search for Sanctifiers or Goremongers and they should pop up. They will also be on the app at some point if you use the 40k Army Builder app. But let's take a look at the Sanctifiers. First up, we're going to look at them in probably their most common run army, the Adeptus Sororitas. So this is what they'll do for Sisters of Battle. We have standard human move of 6 inch, toughness 3, save of 6, but they have a 5-up invul, flat 5-up invul, 1 wound each, 7-up leadership and 1 OC. So fairly standard, I think. Pretty good leadership. Abilities, they've got Scout 6 inch, which is very nice. Faction, Acts of Faith, which I believe is the Adeptus Sororitas, like army rule. Ministorum Sermon, when this unit contains a Ministorum Priest. Melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have the Sustained Hits 1 ability, that's quite nice. Cherub, once per battle, after this unit has performed an Act of Faith, you gain 1 Miracle Dice. Once per battle, Miracle Dice, that's not too terrible. And there's a designer's note on that one. Place a Cherub token next to the unit, removing it once this ability has been used. That's how they like to use this stuff now, they're just tokens. Pretty nice fancy tokens that fit the aesthetic of the unit, but they are just tokens. Attached unit, so if a Ministorum Priest from your army with the Leader ability can be attached to a Battle Sisters squad, it can be attached to this unit instead. If a Ministorum Priest from your army is attached to this unit during the Declare Battle Formation step, that model gains the Scout 6 inch ability. So no surprises there. Weapon wise, we have a selection of ranged weapons and melee weapons. So this squad is 9 models for 100 points. Ranged weapons, we have Holy Fire, which is a 1-shot, ignores cover, 1-shot torrent, 12 inch range, D6 attacks. It automatically hits with it being a torrent. Strength 6, minus 1 AP, damage 2. Not bad. Melter Guns, Melter 2, 12 inch, 1 attack, 4-up ballistics. 4-up ballistics isn't bad. Strength 9, minus 4 AP, D6 damage. No surprise there. Ministorum Flamer, ignores cover torrent, no surprises. 12 inch, D6 attacks, automatically hits. Strength 5, no AP, 1 damage. Yeah. Ministorum Hand Flamer, again ignores cover and torrent, 12 inches, D6 attacks, automatically hits, strength 4, no AP, 1 damage, as expected. And then Plasma Gun, you've got your standard and your supercharged. Standard is Rapid Fire 1, 24 inch, 1 attack, hits on 4s, strength 7, minus 2, AP, 1 damage. Or the supercharged variant, again, this is all fairly standard. Hazardous, Rapid Fire 1, 24 inch, 1 attack, 4 ups to hit, strength 8, minus 3 AP, and 2 damage. Melee weapons, Burning Hands is Devastating Wounds. It isn't a 1 use. Okay, that's nice. So it's Dev Wounds, 1 attack, hits on 2s, strength 6, minus 2 AP, 3 damage. Oof. Close combat weapon looks fairly standard. 2 attacks, hits on 3 up, strength 3, no AP, 1 damage. It's a fairly human close combat weapon. The Death Cult Blades have precision, as you'd expect for an assassin. 4 attacks, hits on 2 up. Nice, only strength 4 but minus 2 AP, 1 damage, that's quite solid. And then a Sanctifier melee weapon, 3 attacks, hits on 3 ups, strength 3, no AP and 1 damage. So 1 more attack but fairly similar to the standard close combat weapon. Keywords, Infantry Grenades, Imperium and Sanctifiers. And the War Gear abilities, the Salvationist Med Kit. In your command phase, if the bearer is on the battlefield, you can return up to D3 destroyed models, excluding character models, to this unit. Very nice. And Simulacrum Imperialis. At the end of your command phase, for each objective marker you control that has 1 or more units from your army with this ability within range of it, roll 1d6. On a 4-up, you gain 1 Miracle Dice, showing a value equal to that result. So it's 4, 5 or 6. That's not bad. I guess you want these camping your back objective, because they're not really a great shooty. Yeah, I don't know. They do have scout though, so that you could push them up mid-board? Don't know. The unit composition, 1 Miraculist, 1 Salvationist, 1 Death Cult Assassin, 2 Missionaries, 4 Sanctifiers. That is in total 9 models, with the 10th model being the Cherub token. The Miraculist is equipped with Holy Fire and Burning Hands, the Salvationist is equipped with Close Combat Weapon and the Salvationist Medkit. Death Cult Assassin has the Death Cult Blades, 1 Missionary has a Plasma Gun and a Sanctifier melee weapon, and 1 Missionary has the Ministorum Flamer and a Sanctifier melee weapon. Every Sanctifier is equipped with a Ministorum Hand Flamer and a Sanctifier melee weapon. Yeah, maybe you do want the mid-board. They're going to die pretty quickly though, but then returning D3 models, it's not bad at all. Yeah, mid-board. Maybe you take 2 units, you have 1 on your back lines, just keeping that objective, farming those miracle dice, and then maybe you push 1 into the mid-board early game and see if they can hold on. So Wargate options, 1 missionary model can have its plasma gun replaced with 1 melter gun, so you're always going to have to take the Ministorum Flamer. 1 missionary model equipped with a plasma gun can be equipped with 1 Holy Fire. That model's plasma gun cannot be replaced, so you either take a melter or you keep the plasma and get Holy Fire. Holy Fire is a 1-shot, slightly better melter. So my thinking with these guys is pretty much every weapon in here is 12-inch range. So if you just drop the plasma gun altogether, then you just take a melter. Everybody has that 12-inch threat, but it's quite a threat because they're also decent enough in melee, it looks like to me. 1 Sanctifier model can have its Sanctifier melee weapon replaced with 1 Ministorum Hand Flamer and 1 Close Combat Weapon. Why would you want to do that? Would that give you 2 Hand Flamers? I suppose it would give you dual Hand Flamers. Yeah, okay. And 1 Sanctifier can have its Sanctifier melee weapon replaced with 1 Close Combat Weapon and 1 Simulacrum Imperialis. Wargear options is very much, we're going to pander to the kill team builds, I think. Not a bad thing, that's how these units should be, they should have little things like that. Yeah, 100 points might be expensive, I don't know, they sound pretty good, they sound like they have a good threat range with all of those. Melter's nice, but all of those flamers in Overwatch, it's a big threat. And they can farm miracle dice, which isn't a bad thing. How about we take a look at the second data card for these guys? And this is for using them with the agents of the Imperium armies. Does anybody do that? Let me know in the comments below. Just see if anything's changed. Same stat line, same points cost, same melee weapons, same ranged weapons. Still have the Scout 6-inch. Faction assigned agents is the only thing I can see that's changed. Attached unit, if a Ministorum Priest or Inquisitor model from your army with a leader ability can be attached to a Sisters of Battle squad, it can be attached to the squad instead, and if the Ministorum Priest or Inquisitor is attached, it can also benefit from the Scout 6-inch ability. Wargear options are the same, the squad composition is, it's entirely the same except you can have them led by an Inquisitor if you wanted. Which might be cool. Inquisitors are quite nice. And they gain the assigned agents instead of the Acts of Faith. Overall, not a bad unit. I don't play much 40k. In fact, I haven't played any 40k. I think I played 1 game in all of 10th. I don't know what you do with them. I think that they would just be camping. Oh, the Simulacrum Imperialis, instead of being able to farm miracle dice, it improves the leadership characteristic of models in the bearers unit by 1. Not quite as good. It's not terrible, but it's not quite as good. So if you want to run these, you're probably going to be running them in a Sisters army because 1, Agents of the Imperium just seems like a stupid army. Don't like how they've done any of it. It's a cool idea, badly implemented, I personally think, but I haven't read their codex. Deathwatch really put me off for that one. But I think if you're going to run these anyway, it would be Sisters players who would take a unit or 2, and it gives them another unit with Scout 6-inch. If they don't already have one, then they gain 1, which is nice. And it gives you a little bit of ranged, short range, but ranged threat with a boatload of flamers. So yeah, overall Sanctifiers seem pretty good. How about we take a look at the Goremongers? So these guys only get 1 data card, or 1 side of a data card, because there's not a lot going on with them, but they are spicy. Movement 9 inches, because they have the metal legs, they go boing all across the battlefield, so that's cool. Toughness 4, which is very nice. They do have a save of 6+ with no invul, 1 wound each, as expected. Leadership 7 up, as expected. OC1, as expected. Abilities Infiltrators, which is quite nice. They gain the Blessings of Khorne faction, which is the Khorne faction rule for the World Eaters. Don't know what it does, in all honesty. But World Eaters, you're the only people that can take these, so they should be benefiting from your army rule anyway. They also have the Loping Speed ability once per turn. When an enemy unit ends a normal, advance, or fallback move within 9 inches of this unit, if this unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can make a normal move of up to d6 inches. Quite nice, a little bit more maneuverability. It kind of fits their idea, doesn't it? Unit composition is 1 Blood Herald and 7 Goremongers. Every Goremonger is equipped with an auto pistol, a chain blade, and a close combat weapon, and for those 8 models you're paying 85 points. Messed up there, should have been 88. You messed up, GW, you were doing so well. I think World Eater players would pay 88 points for these, just for the sheer memery of it being 88. Weapon options: 1 Goremonger chain blade can be replaced with an auto pistol, giving you 2 auto pistols for the dual wielding guy, guy, whoever, and 1 Goremonger chain blade can be replaced with the blood harpoon. So what do? Auto pistol is an auto pistol, 12-inch range, 1 attack, 4 up ballistic skill, strength 3, no AP, 1 damage, and the blood harpoon assault makes sense because they're going to be moving all the time. Sustained hits D3 is very nice. 18-inch range, 1 attack, ballistic skill 4 up, strength 5, nice. It'll do damage to marines quite nicely. -1 AP and 2 damage, so you could be taking out a marine with it every turn. You only get 1 of those though. Melee weapons: the chain blade has the lance ability. 3 attacks, weapon skill 4 up, makes sense I guess, they are human. Bit of a shame, it would have been nice to have a 3 up, but I suppose you can't have everything. Strength 3, 1 damage, yeah, they should have had 3 up. And the close combat weapon, standard close combat weapon, 2 attacks, weapon skill 4 up, strength 3, 1 AP. Very low strength on these guys. I thought that they'd maybe, I don't know, one of the Blessings of Khorne might be a boost strength in melee or something, or you might be able to add a character to these that does something. Doesn't mention anything about characters though. At 88 points, I don't think they're bad. Infiltrators is always nice. They're gonna die, but they're gonna be fast moving. They're gonna harry weaker armies. You probably want them pushing up the flanks or pushing for objectives. Movement 9 is really nice, but they have a 6 up save, no invul. I am sure that there's something missing from there, because you should be able to put like a cult leader or something. Do they not have cult leaders? It'd be nice to put something with them, but then there probably isn't anything that can keep up with that movement of 9 inches. Faction keywords: World Eaters as expected, and their infantry, grenades, Chaos Khorne, and Goremongers. I like them just because they're a badass, robotic, demon worshipping, want to be demons, human crazy Reaver stuff from Firefly. I love everything about these guys. I cannot wait to get hold of mine. At time of recording, it should be here tomorrow. So we will run over Blood and Zeal for Kill Team. We'll have a look at the sprues, the terrain. But it's a statue, isn't it, really? But still. And we'll run over the team, see what options we've got. And hopefully, I'll be able to go through and do a bit of a book review as well once I've digested the book. So, lots of Kill Team coming next week. Stay tuned if you're interested in the Blood and Zeal box and my thoughts on it. And let me know what you think of these 2 units for 40k in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.